There are moments in your life when the sky seems permanently overcast. Moments when the light you once trusted feels distant, unreachable, perhaps even gone. You look around and everything appears dim, uncertain, heavy. In these moments, it is easy to believe that the darkness is all there is, that clarity has abandoned you, that whatever once guided you has faded beyond return. But consider this carefully. When clouds gather and cover the sky, does the sun cease to exist? When night falls, does the world lose its form? Or is it simply hidden from your sight? You already know the answer. The sun does not vanish. The truth does not disappear. The light remains, even when you cannot see it. And so it is within you. There will be times when your thoughts are clouded, when your emotions rise like a storm, obscuring your judgment, when fear, doubt, or pain convinces you that something essential has been lost. But nothing essential is ever lost, only concealed. Your clarity is not destroyed. Your strength is not diminished. Your path is not erased. It is only hidden, waiting for you to remain steady until it returns. This is where your discipline begins, not in moments of ease, but in moments of uncertainty. Not when everything is clear, but when nothing seems to be. This is where you are asked to trust, not blindly, but wisely. To trust that what is true remains true, even when unseen. To trust that what is within your control remains within your control, regardless of the storm around you. You are not at the mercy of appearances. You are not defined by temporary darkness. You are shaped by how you respond to it. When the mind grows restless, you must become still. When emotions grow loud, you must become quiet. When confusion spreads, you must hold to what you know is unchanging. This is not denial. This is strength. The Stoic does not pretend the storm is not there. The Stoic sees it clearly, and yet refuses to be ruled by it. You are capable of the same. Right now, wherever you are, whatever you are facing, there is something unshaken within you, a center that has not moved, a light that has not dimmed. You may not feel it, you may not see it, but it is there, and your task is simple, though not easy: to remember, to remain, to endure, because the clouds will pass. They always do, and when they do, you will not need to search for the light. You will realize it was with you all along. You must understand something that many forget in times of struggle. Your suffering does not come from the darkness itself, but from your judgment of it. Events unfold as they will. Circumstances change without asking your permission. People act according to their own nature, not your expectations. This is the way of the world. Yet your mind, your inner voice, adds something more. It labels, resists, exaggerates. It whispers that this should not be happening, that things must be different for you to be at peace, and so the weight grows heavier. But pause here. Look more closely. What is truly within your control? Not the weather of life, not the behavior of others, not the sudden turns that disrupt your plans. What remains, always, is your response, your thoughts, your interpretations, your decisions. This is your domain. This is where your power resides. When darkness surrounds you, you are tempted to react without thought, to panic, to despair, to surrender your clarity to confusion. But this is precisely the moment where your discipline must rise. You must learn to stand between stimulus and response, to create space where others collapse, to observe your thoughts rather than become them. Say to yourself, this is only an impression, not the truth itself. Let the emotion come, but do not let it rule. Let the storm pass through you, but do not become the storm. This is not suppression. This is mastery. Consider the strength required to remain calm when everything urges you to react. Consider the courage it takes to hold your ground when your mind demands escape. This is the work. quiet, unseen, yet powerful. And it is built through repetition. Each time you choose patience over impulse, you grow stronger. Each time you choose clarity over confusion, you regain your sight. Each time you refuse to be controlled by what you cannot control, you reclaim yourself. Do not expect immediate transformation. The clouds do not vanish at once. They shift slowly, almost imperceptibly. So must you. Be patient with your progress. Be steady in your effort. Even when you feel nothing is changing, something is. Your mind is learning. Your reactions are softening. Your awareness is deepening. And beneath it all, your inner light remains untouched. There is a quiet confidence that emerges from this practice, not loud, not boastful, but firm. A knowing that no matter what comes, you will meet it with reason. That no matter how dark it becomes, you will not lose yourself. This is freedom. Not the absence of hardship, but independence from it. Not control over the world, but control over your inner world. And once you taste this, even briefly, you begin to see things differently. The darkness no longer feels like an enemy. It becomes a teacher. It shows you where you are reactive, where you are attached, where you still seek control over what was never yours to control. And with this awareness, you refine yourself. You let go. Not because it is easy, but because it is necessary. You release the need for certainty. You release the illusion of control. You release the belief that your peace depends on external conditions. And in doing so, something remarkable happens. The clouds begin to thin. Not because the world has changed, but because you have. You begin to see glimpses of light again. Small at first, subtle, but real, and enough to guide you forward. There will be times when the darkness deepens before it lifts. Times when you feel you have practiced, endured, and still find yourself in shadow. Do not be discouraged. This is not failure. This is refinement. Strength is not built in comfort. Clarity is not forged in ease. It is in prolonged uncertainty that your character is revealed and shaped. You are being asked to go deeper, not to escape the darkness, but to understand it. Not to fight blindly, but to stand with awareness. Look closely at your suffering. What is it made of? Is it the event itself? Or is it the story you tell about it? Often, it is not the pain that breaks you, but the resistance to it. The refusal to accept what is already here. You say, "This should not be happening." And in that thought, you create a second layer of suffering. But what if you remove that layer? What if you simply said, "This is happening"? Nothing more. Nothing less. Feel the difference. In acceptance, there is space. In resistance, there is tension. Acceptance does not mean approval. It does not mean passivity. It means clarity. It means seeing reality as it is, without distortion. And from that clarity, you can act wisely. When you stop fighting what is, you regain your energy. Energy that was once spent in frustration, now available for purpose. This is where discipline becomes your anchor. Not harshness, not rigidity, but steady, consistent effort. You wake up and you choose to think clearly. You face difficulty and you choose to respond with reason. You feel emotion and you choose not to be ruled by it. Again and again. This is how you build resilience, not through grand gestures, but through small, repeated acts of self-control. And over time, something shifts within you. You become less reactive, less shaken, less dependent on circumstances for your peace. Silence becomes your ally. In silence, you observe. You reflect. You reconnect with what is steady within you. You no longer feel the need to respond to every impulse, to argue with every thought, to chase every distraction. You begin to value stillness. Because in stillness, you hear something deeper, a quiet voice that is not driven by fear, a calm awareness that sees things clearly. This is your true strength, not loud, not forceful, but unwavering. And when you act from this place, your actions carry weight. They are deliberate. They are aligned. Even in difficulty, you remain composed. Even in loss, you remain grounded. Even in darkness, you remain guided. Because you understand something now that you did not fully see before. The light you seek is not outside you. It is not dependent on circumstances. It is not something that can be taken away. It is your reason, your awareness, your ability to choose your response. This is your inner flame, and no storm can extinguish it. It may flicker, it may seem distant, but it remains. Your task is not to create it, but to protect it, to return to it, to trust it, even when everything else feels uncertain. And as you continue this path, you will notice something profound. You no longer fear the darkness as you once did, because you know it is temporary, because you know you can endure it, because you know the light is never truly gone. It is only waiting for you to see it again. So when the world grows dim, remember this: you are not lost, you are not abandoned, you are not without guidance. You are simply in a moment where the light is hidden. And in this moment, you are being invited to become stronger, calmer, more disciplined. Do not rush to escape it. Do not panic in its presence. Stand still, breathe, observe. Remind yourself of what you know to be true, that your thoughts are yours to guide, that your reactions are yours to shape, that your peace is yours to protect. Return to these truths again and again. Let them anchor you when everything else feels uncertain. There is a quiet power in this practice, a power that does not depend on recognition or reward, a power that grows in silence, in patience, in self-control. And as it grows, so does your confidence. Not the kind that seeks validation, but the kind that rests in certainty. A certainty that no matter what happens, you will remain steady. That no matter how dark it becomes, you will not lose your way, because your way is within you. You carry it in your reason, in your discipline, in your ability to endure without surrendering your clarity. This is what it means to be strong, not to avoid hardship, but to face it without being broken by it, not to eliminate darkness, but to remain guided through it. And one day, without warning, the clouds will part. The light will return, not as something new, but as something familiar. You will see clearly again. You will feel steady again. But more than that, you will understand. You will understand that the light never left, that it was present in every moment of your struggle, that it lived within you, quietly, patiently, waiting to be recognized. And in that realization, something changes forever. You no longer fear the clouds. You no longer doubt the light. You move forward with calm confidence, with steady breath, with a mind that is no longer easily shaken. So hold on, not with tension, but with trust. Trust in your ability to endure. Trust in your capacity to remain clear. Trust in the truth that light exists, even when you cannot see it. And when doubt arises, as it will, return to this simple understanding. The sun is still shining. The truth is still present. And you are still in control. Stay steady. The light will reveal itself. And when it does, you will be ready.